Terrifying moments as shots rang out at the White House Correspondents Dinner in Washington, D.C. Saturday night. President Donald Trump whisked off the stage by Secret Service. People inside the Washington Hilton Hotel ballroom scrambling to safety, ducking under tables.
This was an event dedicated to freedom of speech that was supposed to bring together members of both parties with members of the press, and in a certain way it did.
The ballroom was packed with the president, first lady, vice president, cabinet members, lawmakers, and journalists when police say a gunman began firing shots outside the ballroom doors. A bullet struck one Secret Service agent's protective gear.
Tonight you saw the very worst and the very best of this country. You saw the very worst by the actions of that coward that the president just talked about. But you also saw the very best because you saw law enforcement do exactly what they're supposed to do.
CNN's Wolf Blitzer says he was in the lobby just feet away from the shooter when he heard shots fired.
All of a sudden, I start hearing gunshots in the hall right near me. And the next thing I knew, a police officer threw me to the ground and was on top of me.
Witnesses say they heard what sounded like glass shattering. Then, Secret Service agents rushing in.
There are some folks pretty shook up in the room here.
Fortunately, no one was seriously injured, but there are many questions about how a gunman could have gotten into the high-security event meant to celebrate journalists and our nation's First Amendment.
When there is an emergency, we run to the crisis, not away from it. And on a night when we are thinking about the freedoms in the First Amendment, we must also think about how fragile they are.
I'm Jen Sullivan reporting.